Hi guys, welcome to another audio video elaborating Hosea 4 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. And as they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. They eat in the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways, and reward them like their doings. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them. For the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err, and they have gone a warring from under their God. They sacrifice upon the top of the mountains, and burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery. For themselves are separated with wars, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that doth not understand shall fall. Though thou, Israel, play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend. And come not ye unto Gilgal, neither go ye up to Bethaven, nor swear, the Lord liveth. For Israel slideth back, as backsliding heifer. No, the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. Their drunk is sour, they have committed whoredom continually. Her rulers with shame do love. Give ye, the wind hath bound her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. Alright, guys, so in this chapter, we see where the Lord is reproving the priest yet again, and he also tells us not to reprove others here in this scripture. He's not telling us not to reprove others in general, as in correcting our brothers and sisters when they err and when they step out of the will of God. He was speaking to the people of Israel here because all of them were committing sins. They were continually seeking foreign gods and worshiping foreign gods. And so they were not living for God. So none of them had the Spirit of God in them to reprove each other, because the Spirit of God would have been gone from them. Right? So that's basically what I wanted to point out here. So they're basically all backsliders. They've turned away from God and from the will of God. And so there's no Spirit of God with them to correct. It's like they have no sense of right and wrong. Because how can you know right right from wrong, and you continue to serve images. You continue to serve the resources that the Creator has provided for you instead of serving the Creator Himself. And when you look at it in that light, it makes no sense, correct? I'm sure that's correct. I'm sure you answered correct, because yes, that's correct. It makes no sense for you to give the praise to the person who brought the paperwork to you instead of giving the praise to the person who did the paperwork for you. Okay? There's no reason to give praise to the merchants instead of giving the praise to the salesperson who actually went out and made the sale. Correct? That's how I see it. So if you want to take it that way, then there you go. All right. So basically, that's all I wanted to say from this. So they will be ashamed. They will be demeaned, the pastors, the priests, because they turned away from God. They were supposed to lead the flocks, but they turned away from God and they led the flock of God astray, so that they went worshiping other gods on mountains and all these abominable things. Okay? So the Lord is now saying that He will withdraw Himself from their seed. So their seed will not be priests anymore. And we see where He had said this, where He said that the Levites will only serve. They will not be priests anymore. And the fact that He gave, I can't remember the name of the people who continually served God during the period where others turned away from God. So He said that after He has reinstilled Himself in the lives of the Israelites, and He has now breathed His new life into them, His new spirit, right, was the terminology, His new spirit within them, then at that time He will make the seeds of those prophets, was it Zadok, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to say anything because I don't quite recall the name of the individual or the tribe, if you want to call it that, right? And so they're the ones that will now be the priests. They're the ones that will now minister. He's taken that from them and given it to these faithful servants. All right? So, guys, I'm just going to leave that right there. Please remember to continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.